back to Frankie Speaking here on WYDC TV Big Fox. I'm your host, Frank Acomb. We are broadcasting from the Hesselson studio. And in that studio this morning, we're talking about St. Baldrick's Green Out. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
What is St. Baldrick's Green Out? We all know about St. Baldrick's and the hair cutting. We look forward to that every year and hearing the news. But what is the Green Out?
So this is kind of our kickoff event for the St. Baldrick's, the big shave event that we have later on in March. This will be the third year that we've done the Green Out at the high school JV and varsity basketball games. We've done it with the Horseheads against the Horseheads team each year. We always get a really big crowd for the Horseheads Corning game. So we found that was a great way to get people out and just get the word out about St. Baldrick's and get some support started for that organization.
Well, that's wonderful. And it's also nice to get the young people involved. I know they do at the shave off or whatever it's called. Is that right? Right, yeah. So it's great to have them get involved and see how important St. Baldrick's is. How's the planning for the event itself going?
It's going really well. This year's shave event will be on March 14th, so we're still in the beginning phases of working all that out, and I'm getting the word out about that. But we are certainly accepting, people that are willing to shave at that event and get some teams started and that kind of thing.
So talking about the Green Out, there's a couple of really special things because you've got rivals playing, like you said. This is a big game no matter what. But then you've got these special events. Tell us about Hoops for Hope Challenge. So
at the JV game, we are having the principals from each of our elementary schools in Corning and a student from each elementary school in Corning, and they have a shootout at the foul line, and it's like 30 seconds. So it's kind of is a competition between elementary schools. Whoever can get the most foul shots within that 30 seconds, and then all the kids that participate get a gift certificate from Rico's, so we thank them for supporting that, and then the winner gets some St. Baldrick swag and things like that. So it's a lot of fun. The kids love it. It gets people out to the game, and we do that at the JV game this year.
I bet that gets competitive between the principals and the
students. They
are
more competitive than the students, I think.
Well, they've got to go back to school on Monday and answer for losing if
right,
they lose,
exactly.
Right? So, and again, this is coming up. You see on the bottom of the screen this Friday from 5:30 p.m. is the JV tip-off, and then 7:15-ish, obviously, varsity tip-off.
Yes.
And then so you talk about the JV, and then on the varsity game, you have the half-court challenge. Tell us about that.
Yes. So this is the first year we've done that. So you can buy $5 gets you a chance to have your name drawn for 5 chances to get a shot from half court.
Oh, wow.
And if you win, you get a $150 Amazon gift card, and that's been donated by the seller.
That's wonderful.
So again, we've got a lot of community support, which is really wonderful.
Now, if you know you'd embarrass yourself on the half court shot, can you just buy the tickets for a donation?
Or you can just give a donation, because we'll just take donations too. That's what I would do. I wouldn't even want to try that.
I don't want a crowd sing.
No.
Think of the pressure of that. But I'm sure you'll get a lot of people to sign up, because let's face it, when that happens at like an NBA game, how much fun is that to watch?
And that's kind of where we got the idea. Yeah.
So you said this is the third year. When you come up with new ideas, you're coming up with new ideas all the time. How long is the planning process for this, specifically Green Out?
We usually start meeting in September, just to kind of get our heads wrapped around things and see what kind of things we might want to do each year. So we try to do more than just the shave event. The Green Out kind of came about from that, and we do a couple other events too prior to that March 14th day.
Well, for a PR aspect of it, you've got a big crowd that's going to see it, and it's great to spread the word about St. Baldrick's, like we said earlier, and getting young people involved. You are recommending that people wear green to the game. Yes,
we do. We're doing a district-wide. I teach at the middle school, so a couple of us that are on the planning committee are teachers in the district. So we're doing a district-wide Green Out on Friday. So cool. We have people that will be coming on Friday to take pictures and all that kind of stuff. Last year, some of our pictures from our Green Out last year were actually picked up by the St. Baldrick's Facebook page, and they've used them in their promotions too, just because it's something a little bit different to raise awareness beyond just shaving your head, which is certainly not for everybody.
I know. That's why I was nervous about having you on the show.
I'm eyeing you up a little bit.
I know. That's why I was hesitant to ask you on the program. How long have you been involved with St. Baldrick's?
I've been involved probably about 9 years, I think, 9 or 10 years. Yes, wow. And we've been doing it in the Corning area since 2009. My kids that are now 19 and 22 started doing it, participating in it when they were little. So that's kind of when I kind of became aware of it, and students that I have at school were participating in it, and then decided to get on board and help out with the planning as well.
For people that are overly familiar, I think we all know the name St. Baldrick's, and like we said, they know about the shave off. Tell us about St. Baldrick's and why you wanted to get involved.
Well, like I said, my kids got involved first, and I, being a teacher, I'm around kids all the time. I've had students that, that have had cancer and that have benefited from St. Baldrick's research and things like that. So it's important to me from that regard. And, I think one of the main reasons that I started getting involved when I taught at Northside back in the day, there was a girl that she was in 7th grade. She had really, really long hair, and she decided to shave her head. And I was like so amazed by her that really, I was like, if a 7th grader, a 7th grade girl can do this, I can do more to support this cause. And that was kind of my motivation as well.
There's a lot of dedication for that. That's amazing.
And I've shaved my head. I think this will be my 8th or 9th year.
Really?
So yes. Yep.
Wow, you're getting used to it now.
I am. It's like a thing now. Yeah.
Well, you're doing it in March, so the weather's starting to turn a little bit, so it's a little bit warmer. So is there any help that you need, or is there any way we can get involved for Friday's event?
So for Friday's event, please come to the game.
Yep.
It's free admission.
Oh, okay.
We're collecting donations, though. We'll also have some St. Baldrick's merchandise, some T-shirts and things like that, if anyone's interested. In purchasing any of those things, everything goes straight to St. Baldrick's, the Corning Area St. Baldrick's organization, which, is our chapter, I guess you'd call it.
Right.
We do have a Facebook page as well, if anyone wants to follow us there.
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to put that up on the screen right now because we have the QR code while you're talking. I didn't mean I didn't want to interrupt you.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I definitely want to put that up on there we go. There's all the information for Friday. So you have the Facebook page to find out more, and that keeps people updated throughout the year, I'm assuming.
Yes, and that'll be other events that we're doing as well, other fundraising events, other, the main event that we're doing, anything like that.
And you said that's in March, typically, right? The St. Patrick's is right around St. Patrick's Day?
We usually do it around St. Patrick's Day,
Yeah. How do people get involved? Maybe they show. And by the way, don't be a wimp. Sign up for the half-court shot. That's what I'm going to tell everybody.
Yeah, definitely.
If you attend, you have to give it a shot. How do people get involved with St. Baldrick's? Because obviously it is an amazing organization. If they want to just participate throughout the year, not necessarily shave their head, but they want to be a part of it.
Yeah, even if you sign up on our team page on the St. Baldrick's website, you can sign up as a volunteer or as a fundraiser participant. So there's other things you can do. There's a woman at my school and her son, they're making bookmarks and they're selling them. And they're doing that for St. Baldrick's. They just... that was something they could do together. But they're giving the money to St. Baldrick's. So anything like that, we're really trying to branch it out more than just the head shaving.
Now, let me ask you about the head shaving real quick, because I don't know this. Do people, when they get their head shaved, are you raising funds for it, almost like a walk?
It's kind of like, I'm going to shave my head. Will you support that kind of thing? Yes.
Wow. I always wondered how that worked, because I know you raise a good amount, and it's something that people look forward to seeing the pictures. And I remember certain individuals that I know that got it, and it was a big deal. It's wonderful. Well, I wish you best of luck, and I know it's going to be a fun game anyway. You've got the rivalry between the Hawks and the Blue Raiders, and that's going to be fun on its own. Stay, obviously, during halftime. Don't leave your seat, because you're not going to want to miss it. So best of luck. Keep us posted on everything, especially with the shave off and anything else you do in the future, okay?
Absolutely.
All right,
Thank you so much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
We'll be right back with Frankly Speaking. Stay with us.